Hello, my name is Edward, also known as Strategy, and today I'm going to be taking you through Blue Black Reanimator on Arena. This is a list I just copy pasted. I know that recently Entomb has come to I almost said Magic Online, to Arena, and I know I personally am a huge fan of Reanimator and Reanimator strategies. I just wanted to go over it and check it out and see how good it may or may not be. I do apologize. I realize that I am kind of blocking some of the sideboarding. Orcish Bowmasters and Sarah's Emissary is the other, or are, I should say, the other cards that you weren't able to see. But yeah, again, I copy pasted. This is not my creation. I just want to get that out there. Some people care about that kind of thing. But yeah, so very stereotypical, very close, arguably better, although not strictly, than the legacy version that just kind of got banned. Um, but yeah, let's see how it goes. We have the Brainstorm, Mystical Tutor, Ponder, Entomb, Reanimate, Brazen Borrower, Demonic Tutor. If I didn't already say it, this is for Timeless. Timeless is like the vintage format on Arena, where they don't, or at least they haven't yet, banned cards. They just have a restricted list. And I know Channel's another card that's restricted, and I can't think of another one on top of my head, but obviously Demonic Tutor is also restricted. It's like 7 cards, maybe less, somewhere around there. But anyway, I'm going to take you guys through a sort of league, if you will. I'm going to play 5 matches. So yeah, something I plan on doing is um, playing some different timeless archetypes. I have like Eldrazi, and I'm going to do Burn as well. And, some other things that might interest some people, and go from there while I'm, waiting for another Cube season to start. All right, round 1. Okay, well, this hand is a turn 1 Grief pitching Frog. And then we can go end of turn Entomb, upkeep Mystical Tutor for Reanimator, and then fetch out and, I said Reanimator, or Reanimate, and then fetch out a second land and reanimate it. So we're going to keep. We have Permission or Disruption at least, however you want to view it, and then our combo. Once Upon a Time, okay. Our opponent might be a Thespian Stage deck. I've ran into a lot of those recently. Yep, I'm just gonna go ahead and call it they are a explore or a Thespian Stage Dark Depths deck of some sort. Okay, well I do believe we have 2 Atraxas. So now I'm going to pitch the Atraxa over the Frog. Now Atraxa does get exiled, but that's okay. Strip Mine and Wary Zone Guard. Okay, well I'm glad they can't just Strip Mine and lock us. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to present Entomb into Upkeep Mystical for Reanimate. I may just play Frog here. Yeah, I'm just going to play Frog. There's another Grief. And I'm going to make them Wasteland a basic, probably. And I don't want to use my Entomb, or I'm sorry, my Grief, to pitch my Entomb. Now, unfortunately, they can go get a second Wasteland here, or Strip Mine here. Okay. Now, if they don't Strip Mine us, we can execute our plan. Okay, is their last card Dark Depths? I guess if it's just the land, they can do it. No, they don't have the mana to do everything. Okay. We're going to Entomb first. This way they can't interrupt us. Let's just get the Atraxo. And then now they're likely going to strip mine our swamp. Which is fine. Okay. Go to our main phase. Now, a card that we are wanting to hit here is our Brazen Borrower. So that way we can deal with their Merit Lage token. Okay. Oh, they do have the Bojuka Bog. Okay. I haven't. This is the first time I've seen them play a Bojuka Bog, so. I definitely should have jumped my frog, but that's okay. If they want to block, I will gladly kill their Deathrite Shaman. Yep, didn't think so. Okay, we got a Demonic Tutor. Okay, and now they can make a 20/20, so... Okay, I was going to say, we're dead if we don't draw a land. So this is going to go get our Brazen Borrower, so we can Petty Theft their 20/20. We're going to attack to bait them into doing everything. And I am going to sack Jump the Frog. Declare one attacker, hold priority, crack a fetch. Exile 3 cards, resolve. Alright. We'll just get another Watery Grave untapped. Alright. So they are going to wait till end of turn. Oh, they tapped wrong. Okay. That's fine. I think they're just... Yeah, they're just not realizing it. Yeah, the auto tapper is a finicky thing, but they did have enough. If the auto, I assume the auto tapper messed them up, to execute it. Now we had the Brazen Borrower, so it's fine. Now they may just, I was gonna say they may just main phase this now, so they don't mess it up again. I'm gonna let them commit to attacks before I show them what I'm gonna be doing. Let's grief. If we can find a reanimate, I wouldn't mind. Oh, okay. Let's get rid of the Wary Zone Guard for sure. I don't know what we'd reanimate because Valgaroth would kill us, or Valgavoth. But let's attack. If they want to block again, I can just pitch the Valgavoth. Okay, they don't. Okay, that is a reanimate if we want it. Once upon a time, okay. I was going to say, if they don't find a stage or a depths, then it sets them back a lot for not just going for it with the Elvish Reclaimer. Interesting. I do think I want to upkeep the Mystical Tutor. I think here we're just going to take a Ponder. One card in the yard, so let's ponder. And I'm aware I could flash in the Brazen Borrower, but I honestly don't think this does much for me. So let's shuffle. Okay, strip mine. That's actually great. Alright, I'm not going to show the strip mine just yet. Let's discard the Valgavoth. Let's jump the frog. Another frog. Okay, let's play the other frog. And then I will play the strip mine now. Yep. And now they can go get a Dark Depths again. Our opponent may not know how Strip Mine interacts with Thespian Stage Dark Depths. And if you don't know either, I can let them copy the Dark Depths, and then in response to the trigger, when they decide to keep the Thespian Stage, I can then... Oh, they get Strip Mine. Okay, yeah, that's fair. If they strip mine my strip mine, though, I'm just going to strip mine their depths. Yeah, I don't think they have the mana to do it, right? Because they still need... They have to have natural depths. And if they have natural depths, I have a turn with the Brazen Borrower. They have to top deck natural depths for us to get super punished here. Okay. They did not find another depths. They did find a Rogue's Passage, which they might keep. Yep. Okay, so that'll keep us from blocking with Brazen Borrower for a turn. Iona. Definitely don't need that. I think at this point I may just attack with everything and see how they block. I'm willing to sacrifice a frog here if they block the smaller frog with the Elvish Reclaimer. Yeah, I need to get them dead. So I'm going to attack. Let's see how they block. I could save this frog and they would just bounce. I think that's fine. An Entomb. Okay. Entomb is probably just going to be a counter, but I could see putting 2 cards in the yard, it and whatever I get, just to help jump a frog. Maybe we'll have to see though. Let's hope they don't natural a Dark Depths. Deathrite Shaman is fine. Okay, so here I can 3, 4, 5, 6 discard is 7, 8 and jump. Can I jump both? So that's 2 cards in the yard, 3 cards, 4 cards in the yard. Only 1 counter gets put on. 3, 6, 9. Okay. Let's entomb. And they don't have green mana to gain 2 life. Good game. Alright, so we're playing against a Dark Depths deck, so we definitely want another Brazen Borrower. We are going to want these Surgicals, potentially. Fatal Push can kill their elf. We may get some Graveyard Resistance, so things like Bargoyf can be very strong. And they don't seem to run a lot of removals, so Sarah's Emissary on creature might do it. We could go completely out of the Reanimate package, but I think that's incorrect. And I'm going to cut 2 of the Entombs. Remember, we can reanimate their stuff if we want. We can also still discard things to Frog. We could also still scam them by, casting Grief and then reanimate, etc. So let's do it like this. It slows us down a little bit, makes us, much less consistent, but without us knowing how they're going to sideboard, I think I like, kind of splitting the difference. We have enough tools to combat regardless how they sideboard. And once we get a better feeling on how they're going to sideboard, we can commit to game 3. Well, that's a no-lander. That's unfortunate, too, because this actually isn't a bad hand. But it's mostly not a bad hand because it doesn't have land. So, yeah, that's a mulligan. I mean, Frog and lands, and we even have Brazen Borrower, so sure. Put back a grave. Hopefully they don't show us a strip mine so we can sewers and get some value that way. Okay. Oh, there's a push. I think I just want to push now, actually. And if they strip mine us, they strip mine us. That lined up nicely. Unfortunately, it still have the exploration, but... Okay, not a strip mine. That's good. Where is Zone Guard? Do they have a strip mine as their second land? They do not. Well, this is going to get a lot tougher without drawing a large creature. But let's just slam a Psychic Frog for now and hope that they can't... abuse this Wary Zone Guard too much. Next turn we can bounce it. Especially if they go empty-handed, I'm much more likely to do that. And just kind of reset it. Please don't be a strip mine. Okay, I was going to say, if this is like a strip mine or something, they can bin it and get it back with the Wary Zone. We will take. It's going to hurt, but we're going to take it. Top decking an Atraxa here or a Sarah's Emissary would be brilliant. That's a stage. They are halfway to their combo. Yeah, let's brainstorm. Why not? We got 3 chances to find one of the creatures I just mentioned. That's technically finding it. Put it back as such. I am going to attack first and see what they do. Because keep in mind, their last card might be crop rotation. And they have Deathrite Shaman up for a reanimate. So we need to Brazen Borrower the Deathrite Shaman end of turn, probably. Yeah, let's just see what they do. We can take another hit if we need to. No need to let them do that. Let's see if they have a Dark Depths. They have a Dark Depths. And they are doing it now. We're taking another 5 going to 8. That's unfortunate. I think this game might have been played better if I just held up my Psychic Frog and if I just held up my Psychic Frog and blocked the 5/5. I don't think Entombing makes much sense here. Let's bounce that 20/20. They get the Dark Depths back, unfortunately, unless I find a Surgical Extraction. My turn. Okay, well, that's unfortunate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so I can block the Wary Zone Guard if I dump my hand, which is probably what I'm going to have to do. No attacks. And yep, they can eat my land. That's fine. Well, I think they're realizing that I can block, pitch my hand, and kill it. But if Wary Zone Guard's not tapped, they don't get back their Dark Depths. They did go to main phase 2, and it is now our turn. Let's just play the Brazen Borrower. I think I can play this second Frog. If they have removal, I'm basically dead anyways. And this way... Yep, okay, they choose to gain 2 life. That's very smart of them. Because I was going to say, they're dead next turn if they don't. They could have done it this turn as well. So now I can attack with one of the frogs. Again, I'm dead to removal regardless, so might as well see how they want to block. And because I have 6 cards, I can pitch 1 to kill the Deathrite Shaman. And still pitch 5 to the Psychic Frog that's untapped. Oh, interesting. I do think I just want to kill the 6/6. And I'm just going to hope that they can't put a Dark Depths into play next turn, which would be like a Wary Zone Guard or a Crop Rotation, those type of effects. They shouldn't choose anything in my yard. So we get to fizzle that ability now. Yep, good game. Solid game. We could have played that a little bit differently, but at least we realized it before it was too late. All right, round 2. We will be on the play. And we have Entomb Reanimate, so sure. We could even set up a cool play where we brainstorm and then just put Atraxa on top, mill it, and then reanimate it. Maybe we do that. Oh, let's see what they do. If they have a counterspell, I think they'll use it on this Entomb. So I'm actually going to use this Entomb as bait since we don't need it. Okay, it just instantly resolves. Interesting. Well, let's see if this resolves. Okay, we got 2 cards out of them. That's good. We'll keep the land. This is very aggressive, but I'm gonna do it. Let's play around the Spell Pierce. Okay, instantly resolves. I'm glad I Force of Negation the Ponder. Oh, do they have a Stifle effect? Okay, no. So we get to take the... Oh, do we want the Psychic Frog? So we're going to take the Fetch Land. We're going to take the Reanimate. We'll take the Brainstorm. We don't have a way to grief them just yet. Let's take the Frog. Let's just play a Frog. They might have a Swords, which they should have cast before we got our cards. Because if we had Force of Negation here... Oh, I guess, no, it's our turn, so never mind. It's fine. I'm used to vintage play patterns where Force of Will's a thing. Okay, well, I'm glad that we took the Frog over the Grief now. Another Brainstorm. Ooh, Orcish Bowmasters. Okay, let's Brainstorm in response. We'll do it like this. That's fine. We'll see how many they want to commit, and then we can always discard afterwards. Strip mine's not going to do much. They should probably commit all of them. Okay, they do. So I need to put 3 cards. So Brainstorm. Yeah. There's also a world where, which I should have said this earlier, where I just let it die and then I reanimate it back. But I think this is fine. Because now we can reanimate the grief. Okay, we got a force of negation. Now next turn they're going to buy Luris, but that's fine. I think I'd rather hold this back. Because I'm going to have to discard either Frog or the next card I draw if I jump this. So let's just hold. They'll buy Luris. So it might have been better to reanimate next turn on the grief. Yeah. My turn. I do want to get that other card off the top of our deck, but let's attack. I'm willing to sacrifice the grief to kill their Bowmaster here. I don't think they'll do that, though. Oh, okay. I guess because they have... If this last card's a land, I guess that makes sense. That's fine. I really wish we... I really wish we had a way to reanimate the grief to punish them for that, but that's fine. Okay, so now we're kind of forced into strip mining, so they can't go Luris Orcish Bowmasters next turn. They can get either one they want, so double white versus double black. I don't think they're going to have a double of either. Let's just take the white. And let's just play a second Psychic Frog. Okay, so they have something. They probably have another Orcish Bowmasters here, is what I'm guessing. But if they do, that's fine. I can sack the swamp to kill the 5/5 Orcish Bowmasters. I can even discard the... Okay, they don't. Interesting. Now do the Orcish Bowmasters with the draw triggers on the stack? Okay, what do they have? Were they just not wanting to play the Luris in case I have removal until they could go Luris, Orcish Bowmasters in one turn. Both of our Atraxes are gone, keep in mind. But we still have Volgavoth, I believe. And the other angel that I can choose a color and they can't play. Okay, so they didn't want a 5th land, or this is a 5th land. Oh, is this Treasure Cruise? Okay. Yeah, sure. Treasure Cruise is very scary for us. I think we kind of had our opponent where we wanted them, and now I'm not sure. I'm still going to fire off this Entomb. Okay, that's game. Yeah, I wonder why they didn't play the Luris, other than they didn't want to do the things without, but because I could jump, like, I don't know, that was just really strange to me. Okay, so we definitely want these Fatal Pushes. I don't care for this Iona. That was the card I was trying to say earlier. Boroglyphs are very strong. Orcish Bowmasters kill their Orcish Bowmasters. Dothy Voidwalker is very good against them, so is Thoughtseize. I think we can actually just go full transition here. And then now we're just a Dimir tempo deck. Not even a tempo deck, but mid-range maybe. And let's hope they bring in lots of Graveyard Hate. Yes, you can still get the Boroglyph, but it would have to be Graveyard Hate like Rest in Peace to make the Boroglyph absolutely abysmal. Since it is both graveyards, unlike Nethergoyf. I mean, this hand seems suitable. It has lands and spells. We're not really a Strip Mine deck. These Strip Mines are more for utility, like you saw with the Thespian Stage Dark Depths combo. Oh, okay.
Curious. I must investigate this scroll further.
I think I am just going to play a Ponder here. I don't think I want any of these. Reanimate. Okay. Well, now I want the troll back. But no, I don't think I'm supposed to keep that. Oh, a Boroglyph. Well, that's nice. Let's brainstorm. No, do I just want to play the frog? Let's just get a frog out and see what they do. They'll likely Swords it if they have one, and that leaves the Boroglyph open. And if they just want to draw a card off their Tamiyo, that's fine. Orcish Bowmasters. Okay, that's also fine. Sure. That means they're not drawing a card off Tamiyo, which I appreciate. I'm also glad I didn't brainstorm now. Am I supposed to just jump block this? If they have swords, that's fine. That means they're not swordsing the Boroglyph. And I don't want to strip mine either. Is this happening? It's happening. They didn't even have a brainstorm to protect it. Excellent. Well, Let's get the land down so we have permission up. I mean, I'm probably going to play the Bargoyf anyways. Let's see what they want to do. Another reanimate. Okay. I mean, they haven't played a swords yet. I don't know why they would not have. So I'm just going to play the Bargoyf. We don't have blue card for the Force, unfortunately, but... A mana drain here would be very annoying. Hopefully it's just crack clue. Okay. I don't have a reason to suspect that they have removal before they cracked this clue, because I feel like they would have played it. Now, unfortunately, the removal is swords, so I don't get to reanimate. But if they can ever block... Oh, I can reanimate the Tameo. That's nice, actually. If they ever block with the Orcish Bowmasters, I can reanimate it. Reanimate has a ton of utility. It's just, unfortunately, their choice removal is Swords to Plowshares, which is very good for multiple reasons. Okay, they don't want to strip mine either. That makes sense. I mean, let's see what they do. I would love a Grief off of the Bargoyf trigger. Okay, that makes sense. They get to have their Orcish Bowmasters back. Oh, okay. Well, let's protect that. Sure. They pitched a Stern Scolding. Okay, that's fine. We're gonna gain a bunch of life. Now, this strip mine would have been better served as paying for the Force of Negation. And then I could reanimate their Tameo here, but I think it's fine how it went down. Hopefully they just buy Luris and pass the turn. Okay. So now they can block with that. I haven't seen a Snapcaster Mage out of them, but this would be a very good Snapcaster Mage deck. Oh, a Grief. Let's see how they block. I am interested in... Oh, they're... Okay. Interesting. I'm going to hold the Grief. I am going to get a Sewers now because Reanimate can spike something. Or the Surveil could spike something, however you want to word it. I don't think we need that. I could also just Grief pitch and then reanimate what they get back, but I don't know if I like that. Let's just end the turn and see what they do. We could have lethal next turn, but I'm probably not going to be able to because I do want to Grief. Yep. Now they can start drawing cards with their fetch land. This is a very strong card. It's an arena only card, so you won't see it in paper, but it's very strong. We are going to 7. No. I needed that not to happen. Okay. That's not good for us. Okay. Well, I'm glad I didn't go for the kill. Yep, so this got turned into a basic island, and when it enters, they draw a card, and now they can just fetch again. Yep. This is such a strong card.
This is an interesting story.
Are they going to buy the Luris? They don't necessarily need to, but... Okay, they did. Now keep in mind, because this is an island, it taps for blue. Okay, let's attack and see how they block. I get to either kill a token for free because they block token Tamia, or I get to kill an Orcish Bowmasters, or I get to do both. Okay, I mean, I guess they don't know about second reanimate, but that seems not great. I guess they didn't want to get their Tamio killed, but they have Luris. Like, why would they give me the Orcish Bowmasters? Okay, yeah, as I say, they should fetch now to draw their card. And now that they've already drawn their card, I'll just put the Bowmasters trigger there. Let's brainstorm, because I can still cast Force of Negation. This is awful. Okay. This does slow down their card drawing a little bit because they'll start to die. Okay. Yep. Luris is gonna be huge if I can't find Fatal Push or something. Yep. Undercity Sewers. Thoughtseize is not what we want. Fatal Push will still be nice because we have the Strip Mine to trigger Revolt. I mean, there's a Frog. We like Frog. Now they don't have free attacks anymore. And next turn we can start jumping.
Is there a deeper meaning to this passage?
A Grief. We won't be able to leave up Force Negation anymore, but the Swords just punishes us so hard here. But I think they've gone through 2. Yeah, they've gone through 2. Let's see what they do first. Okay. You take the easy block A. That makes sense. Yeah, that was a bad attack. Okay, they didn't have a swords. I will block the Luris with a grief. Yep. And just get the cycle Tamios over and over again. Oh, they kept the wrong one.
How am I supposed to focus on only one project?
That's fine. Okay, so now I can attack with the Psychic Frog. Yeah, Luris is just so annoying. Yep. Get your clue. That's fine. Get back your creature you just died to the frog. Oh, they chose to play Tamio. Okay. I guess that makes sense. Oh, Voidwalker. That's actually a nice one. Because now they can't just repeatedly get things back. I mean, if they're going to give me a Luris, I'll take it. Because now I can Dothy Voidwalker their Luris and then replay Dothy Voidwalker. I am going to put it here so that way it prevents them from wanting to draw another card. Okay, is this them just giving up? Because remember, these all get exiled now. Oh, they're flipping the Tamio. Sure.
I hope you don't mind if I take notes.
I mean, we get a Luris next turn. I mean, that's kind of exciting.
The library.
And we get to hold up Force of Negation the whole time. Our own Bowmasters. That's cool. Let's activate the ability. Let's get a Luris. Let's play the Luris. Let's replay the Dothy Voidwalker. No attacks. That's fine. We have a Force of Negation.
I never forget an exceptional story.
Oh, if that's what they're swordsing, that's fine. Now we have Orcish Bowmasters when they go to crack a Clue or a Brainstorm. Remember that gets exiled. We don't have Force of Negation up anymore, but this Orcish Bowmasters might end the game. And now they need to find swords. Oh, is this Stern Scolding that they found? If that's the case, that's fine. They had to sacrifice their entire turn to play around this Orcish Bowmasters. That's why these Architect things are just so good. Let's kill that. That also gets exiled.
Not every battle can be won.
Good game. I did make a couple missteps there, but I do like how that turned out. Obviously, I mean we won, but yeah, that was nice. That was very nice. I'll see you next round. Okay, so next round we are on the play, and we're gonna keep this. I think with lands ponder. I mean we're an entomb away. We're a frog away. A mystical tutor away. Like there's this ponder can hit so many things that just gets us off to the races. If they're gonna strip mine, I'd rather them strip mine basic island. Do we want to take an extra land just to take this grief? Sure, let's try it. I use the Atraxa so that we can potentially reanimate one of their things. Oh. Okay. Well, I'm glad that they don't have Chalice. Let's just take this. Next turn, we can reanimate their Kozilek's command. This is not Ancient Tomb. It does have to be an Eldrazi. Okay, there you go. Let's see what they drew. Luckily, they don't have the mana right now to exile my grief. Let's see if they drew a fatty or not. Okay, good game. Game 2, Chalice of the Void really messes with us. Hmm. I do think keeping our blue count for Force of Negation high is good. I think Sarah's Emissary on creatures probably game winning. Just got to figure out 2 more cuts. I'll cut 1 and 1. How about that? Well, and this is why cycle lands are not a full land. This I will keep. We have the combo, and we even have Force of Negation to back it up. Let's keep 6. And let's bottom the island, I think. If they don't Chalice me, I guess regardless, I'm going to lead with Scalding Tarn so that I can entomb into Reanimate, hopefully. Okay. Do we have a chalice? Chalice would be really good. Okay, I'm glad we have the Force of Negation. The Avatar set has just been so nice for this format. Oh wait, did they? Oh, they did that for 0. Oh, they messed up, but I messed up. Yeah, I'm really dumb. I can't believe I did that. Yeah, that was embarrassing. That's what you get for assuming, I guess. Okay, they do have this. Okay, that's fine. They tapped out. I think we're gonna win here because I can just get Sarah's emissary. Name creature. Good game. All right. We will be on the play. And we have Entomb, Reanimate with Grief backup. So yeah, let's keep. This also might give us an idea if we want to Iona or not. And there's also a small world where we want to reanimate this Grief as well. Oh, okay, it's the mirror. Sure, we'll just take their Grief. We're just gonna go get Iona named Black. Is that Ancient Tomb? Okay. Or do we want Volgavoth? I'm just gonna get Iona. That's funny. Yep, good game. Alright, now we get to play the fun mirror match. Hmm. Their list probably has Archons. Like Thought Seizing and then reanimating their own thing, or Griefing and reanimating their own thing as well. They could have their own surgicals. Let's just do it like this. Entomb, reanimate, reanimate. Okay. If they don't grief our entomb, we might get it. If they sorcery speed troll, I may just reanimate their troll. Okay, mulligan to 5. Do they have a grief? They have a thought seize. Okay, that's gonna get the entomb, unfortunately. Oh, and our Iona is right off the top. Okay, so entomb wouldn't have done much anyways. Hopefully our sewers here hits like a Borogoyf. Or frog, I suppose. Any creature, really. I don't want to draw that anyways. Okay. Yeah, let's just put a troll into play. Alright, well, unfortunately, our opponent mulled the 5 and didn't do much. Alright, welcome to our last round. And we are on the play. Let's see if we can get a perfect record. I don't think keeping this is very good. It just doesn't do anything. So it's mulligan. We do have an Entomb and a Grief. I'm going to keep this, and I'm probably going to bottom a land and just hope we're not playing against a Strip Mine deck. I think I'm just going to go land go and wait to give us some more information. Keep in mind, depending on what they do, I can brainstorm end of turn and then upkeep Entomb if I wish. So it still shuffles. Opponent is a Luris deck with a Wooded Foothills. Interesting. Okay. Bump in the Night. Okay. I guess we should properly wait till the end of turn to do things. So let's get the Watery Grave. Okay, we do have the Reanimate. That is great. I think I want to keep... I want to keep both blue cards and the Grief, which means I need to put... I can't put back the land, though. So I guess I'm just going to pitch the Grief. Yeah, I think that's best. So let's do that. Let's set my... Let's set an upkeep stop so I can Entomb. Resolve. And I would normally go for Iona here, but I don't know what they're playing. And Bump in the Night, this could be a base red deck basically, and Bump in the Night's just like another bolt effect. So this could name red, but I'm just gonna play it safe and get Atraxa. I think is the best. So we go to 7, we go to 6. We die to 2 bolts. So actually, you know what? No, I'm gonna get Iona and just name red. That could be wrong. Of course, we do have Force of Negation to protect against bolt effects. But like if they have Bolt Bolt and they go to our turn, we die. Let's go to main phase. Get our Reanimate. We're going to name red. And let's hope this is good enough. And it is. Alright, they do seem to be a burn deck. Alright, I just did not want to see, like, Godless Shrine swords or something. I don't know what they could have had, but I think that it's safe to say that they're a Rakdos burn deck with Luris for just value. Okay, so if that's the case, we definitely want these Borogoyfs. And they didn't really show us much else, but I am going to bring in the Brazen Borrower. Because that can hit like Leyline of the Voids if we want. Because against a deck like this, we definitely want to keep our Reanimator shell as much as possible. And the Iona did win us the first game, so I'm inclined to keep it in. I do need to find 2 more cuts. I think we're gonna cut... Let's just cut 2 Mystical Tutors. That might be wrong. You might want to like cut Ponder or Brainstorm over the Mystical Tutors in this particular matchup, but I'm gonna go with that and see what happens. The Mystical Tutors are a little bit slower, but they make our consistency a lot higher, which is nice. And against a deck like this, we may not have a lot of opposition. Now, of course, Surgicals, Ley Lines, Soul Guide Lanterns, those can all... if they show Luris, then they're not going to have... Like, if they show Luris this particular game, they don't have Ley Lines, which is nice. Okay, they did show Luris. So Surgicals and Soul Guides are going to be mostly what we're playing around. Yeah, I want to keep this. We have a frog, so we can kind of zig if they do go turn one Soul Guide Lantern. Grim Lavamancer. Okay. Well, I think I just want to grief them, pitching Troll, and go from there. Let's see if they have a Soul Guide Lantern of some sort. They do not. We're just going to take the instant speed bolt effect. So it looks like Iona is our gal. Yeah, I think I'm just going to play Polluted Delta, probably get the Surveil land. I don't think I want a Mystical Tutor for anything. Okay. Yep. And now we can just play a Psychic Frog. Just going to do this now. I'm not interested in grief at this point. I would like to draw a basic here. No, okay. It's funny that we took out 2 Mystical Tutors and we have the other 2 in our hand. Okay, they did draw another land. That's very good for us. Resolves. I may Mystical Tutor here for a... Ooh, Chain Lightning. Okay, that's not good. As I say, I may Mystical Tutor here for a Force of Negation, but honestly, I think we're just dead. Yeah, Fatal Pushes are on our sideboard, so we're just dead. They just shock us and then go to their turn shock us. So, okay, we will bring in Fatal Pushes then for the Grims, but I don't even know if we need that, actually. We're on the play now. We even have Grief, potentially, and Force of Negations. Yeah, I'm just going to run it like this. This should be good enough. And if I can just stick an Iona on red, I think we win. They have to, like, have 3 or 4 bump in the nights, assuming they don't have any other burn or anything. Well, this is definitely tempting. I think because we have Ponder into Grief to stop like one of their early plays, I think that might be good enough. And hopefully we can just find Reanimate with one of these. So let's keep. And I do want to Ponder first, I think. So if I Ponder... if I could theoretically Polluted Delta go get Watery Grave. I'm going to lead with Grief, actually. Let's see what they have first. Looks like they did mold a 6. Okay. Well, they do have a little bit more diversity, but we can get Atraxis still. I guess we just get Ragavan. And hope that the Bowmasters is just too slow. I'm going to go ahead and brainstorm now. Okay, we did not hit a Reanimate, unfortunately, but we do have a Bargoyf, which is nice. I'm going to keep the rest, and I do want to draw the island. Yep, they're going to hit us for 1. Main phase. Let's play the island. Let's play Ponder. More Entombs. We're not going to keep this. Decline. Oh, sorry. I got in my own head there. Okay. Well, that's unfortunate. But I guess I could just shuffle the rest of it now. I don't want to do it now in case they have a Reanimate spike would be absolutely incredible. Yep. Looks like they're going to leave up Orcish Bowmasters, which is fine because we're going to play Borogoyf. I don't think... I am just going to put... I don't think it's... I don't know how much it's going to matter, but I am just going to go ahead and put an Atraxa in the yard and see what happens. Okay, a frog would have been good last turn. Now they need 2 pieces of burn to kill this Borogoyf. Yep. And it has to be like Chain Lightning Bolt. The bump in the nights and like bolt waves and stuff don't do enough. Okay, so this tells me they have a Chain Lightning left. It's too bad we don't have a Force of Negation. Oh. Plasma Bolt. Okay, interesting. Well, that's a lot of damage, unfortunately. Oh, that's kind of a cool card. Yeah, that's probably it for us, but we'll see. We do get to eat something here, but if they have... Okay, they just have a land. That's nice. We're going to eat the Bowmasters if they choose to attack. Okay, they do not. It's probably smart on their part. Let's play the land because it's a Surveil land. Can they get anything back? They can get Ragavan back. That's unfortunate. Yeah, I think we might have lost this one, unfortunately. A Surveil land, very strong. Okay. Barbarian Ring is up. So if they have... This is still 1 mana off. Okay, they do have a Lurrus. Yeah. Depending on what they do, I may just bounce the Orcish Bowmasters end of turn and then Brainstorm. Okay, they did draw a land. Let's see if they want to attack. Because I would prefer to block the Orcish Bowmasters. Let's see. So we don't have lethal, right? 1, 4, 5, 6. They go to 4. Yeah. Let's bounce this. We're probably dead. I can't think of a thing that's going to get us out of this, but let's go through the motions just in case. Certainly isn't going to be those things. I could take the strip mine and strip mine the Barbarian Ring, but I'm not interested in that. They have a fetch land that's holding priority for them. As soon as they realize it, they will pass. There we go. And this is one of the downsides not playing like actual necromancy and instead just playing the reanimates. Necromancy, of course, being slower, but it doesn't cost you life. I mean, this... No, they still get to do the Bowmasters because of Lurrus. Yeah. That's unfortunate. Yep, they get to hit us to 4. We get to block 2 things, go to 1, and then the Barbarian Ring kills us. Let's make them attack, I guess. But, yep, okay. Good game. Good game. That's unfortunate. Alright, so after playing a bit, we played 5 games, 5 matches, and I like the deck a lot. The last 3 games, yeah, the first 2 games were very long, very interactive. The last 3, not so much. Unfortunately, in our last match, we couldn't keep it together, or couldn't put it together. I mean, and that's just gonna happen. So maybe taking out the mystical tutors, like if one of those ponders or brainstorms I found was a mystical tutor, that probably would have been better. So that was probably wrong, but that's how we learn. I never wanted the Volgavoth. It just seemed not great every time I would have played it. I don't know what this is necessarily for. I get that it's good against the mirror, but like unless I'm on the play and I turn 1 it, they could still do stuff. So I don't know. Maybe turn 2 is fast enough as well, but in most cases I'd rather just have the Iona named Black. Or just get an Atrax and outvalue them with Griefs and Force of Negations. Our Strip Mines came in clutch against the Dark Depths deck that we played, and everything else in this deck is just solid. I mean, you get Psychic Frog, Entomb, Reanimate, Demonic Tutor, Brainstorm and Ponder on the client. It's not much else to say. Our sideboard I thought was great, very transformational. The Dothy Voidwalkers were an all-star. Orcish Masters is a good replacement if you're trying to get rid of some of this, or if you're just playing against those blue soup draw decks. Brainstorm is obviously a very powerful card, and a lot of decks are playing it. And then of course the Thought Seizes and Surgical Extractions, just there for value basically. Surgical Extractions for the mirror match or anything where like a specific card in their deck could like make them fall apart. So like Show and Tell, which we haven't played yet with this deck. You can Thoughtseize their Show and Tell and then just Surgical Extraction it. Now it's gone, which is great. Or Grief it. Thoughtseizes will obviously come in against that matchup. But yeah, other than that, I think I love the Iona in the main. I love the Atraxas obviously, and I think I would just honestly not play the Volgavoth. I think I would just do something else instead. But that's to be determined. So I appreciate you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time. Have a good night.